Hi, everyone. Welcome to Experiencing Innovation in Entrepreneurial Leadership. I'm Raj Gavrila, and that's really quite an interesting topic I have today is how to give constructive feedback. Now, how can that happen in innovation and entrepreneurial leadership? Well, it really depends on whether you're an innovator and an entrepreneur who's independent. So, in other words, you're just starting out and you have a creative, innovative idea, you're gathering the funding, this is something you'd love to do, and you're exhibiting your leadership and you're forming a team and using your communication skills and execution to make something happen. Now, that in itself is quite a challenge, correct? Anyone who knows and has started something independently knows the challenge of doing that. It's doable, most definitely. A lot of amazing things started with one person. In fact, I'd say a majority of them start that way because someone had a love to see something be accomplished that was an opportunity or a challenge that needed to be solved, or even a major problem that systemically or people just were not able to strategically do something about it. And maybe it's just something that needed to be done. And so those are the what I call the almost revolutionary type of entrepreneurs. However, how to give constructive feedback is more towards the people who maybe they started independently, or they started with another person or with a group of people, or as they went further in that stage of innovation and entrepreneurial leadership, then they added someone, so a partner. And so how do you give constructive feedback? That is essential to know. And so one of the things is just to have a framework. So my approach or model to do this is really a 5-step process. And it's really simple. The first thing is to ask what can be better. Because in innovation and entrepreneurial leadership, a lot of times we draw something on napkin, we put a prototype together, we brainstorm about what that would look like, and then we need to take some time to let it digest and process it through our mind. And then we can say, after that has happened and we've had time to reflect and think it through, then we can ask, what can be better? And so the first person who is the one that is initiating the actual conversation to make this go forward, they're the ones who are asking the other person or group of people this question. And really listen to their feedback. You want to really listen to understand. You want to listen and sense their feelings, their perspectives. You want to ask the 5 whys and the H. You really want to do that and really understand that. Then after that, you want to talk with each other to equip each other. And the thing that you don't want to do is don't say, you're supposed to know that, or you don't know that, because that will put them on the defensive and make them shell up. So that is not something that you want to do. The next thing, step 4, is what do you need to learn to do? So in innovation and entrepreneurial leadership, it is essential, and you will always be learning because no one is an expert in every area. And when you do need to get the right help, it's essential that you do some research to learn about what type of help you're looking for and who out there in the marketplace is a resource that can help you. And so you really want to ask that question, what do you need to learn to do? Then as you start to see this, to realize that, okay, this isn't just a task that we need to do, we need to also go forward. So ask or tell them a new skill you want them to learn with the resources given to them by you. That's essential for you to do because they're already going to be thinking about the things that they need to learn, but now you want them to have another skill, and maybe your partner needs another skill, that you have a skill in a specific area but not this skill in this area. So what is that skill and what is a resource? And then lastly, you want to pick a time to reevaluate in the future. And so why do I do this? One is that we know criticism doesn't work. The reason it doesn't is because when you criticize someone, it actually destroys slightly their confidence, just a little dent at a time, and creates some kind of fear or some kind of animosity between the partners and in the team. It might cause some friction. So that's not good at all. And so this will let you get past all of that. So this is my solution for how to give constructive feedback. I hope you have a meaningful trigger tonight. I know I do. I'm reffing soccer. I think it's the playoffs tonight, so there'll be a little more urgency or a little more at stake tonight, but I think that actually will help the performers to perform, or athletes to perform better. Thank you for joining me.